So in May of 2016, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End launches. And with that launch, we're going to get a limited edition PlayStation 4 console. Now, I was at Best Buy the other day, and I wanted to pick up Bloodborne. And that's for another video, my opinions on Bloodborne. But I saw this DualShock 4 at Best Buy. Now, I've become somewhat of a DualShock 4 collector. I have the Magma one. I have the 20th anniversary one. I have, of course, the black one that came with the console itself, and now I have the limited edition Uncharted 4 DualShock 4. And it comes in this little box here, this special box, of course. It looks like a general DualShock 4 box, but it has a couple of things that are different. The Uncharted branding. You have the sky up top. Of course, you have the jungle down below here. This is what the side looks like. And this is what the back looks like. And I was really impressed with the way this controller looks, but as you can see here, it's just a regular DualShock 4 in a pretty nice color, and of course this will match the limited edition PlayStation 4 that'll be coming out shortly. Of course, when you do buy a DualShock 4, you just get some documentation and the DualShock itself. You do not get a USB cord. And that's not a problem. I actually have a dedicated charger. But let's pull this thing out of the plastic here and put that to the side and take a look at this controller. I think it's really a nice looking controller. Everything is that matte plastic that you've come to expect on a DualShock 4, or at least the majority of it is. You do have a little bit of the glossy plastic where the buttons are and where the D-pad is. But again, a very characteristic DualShock. If you know the DualShock 4, you know everything about this controller. It's one of the most comfortable, probably the most comfortable controller that Sony has ever put out. But taking a look around the controller here, of course you have your triggers here, you have your bumpers here, you have your sensor light here, you have your micro USB port here, you have your Sony branding here. Of course, you have this touch area here that also clicks. You have a couple of buttons on the side. You have a share button, an options button. You have your characteristic DualShock buttons, your square, triangle, circle, X. You have your dual analogs here that click. You have your speaker, which I actually love that. I know the Wii, the Nintendo Wii, the original Wii, was the first to include a speaker on the controller. But I'm glad that Sony adopted it, because certain games it's nice to hear something out of the controller. You have your PlayStation button here, of course your D-pad on the left-hand side here, and of course you have your expansion port down here and your headphone jack here. So the thing that I like about this controller is basically that color. It's almost a powder blue color with some gray tones in it. And it's really a nice looking controller. I had to take a double take when I saw it for the first time, because I prefer a red controller, but this blue is stunning. Of course, the limited edition PlayStation 4 is the same color. It has a picture of Drake on it. I'm not a huge fan of most of the PlayStation 4 limited edition consoles, although I do think that the Metal Gear PlayStation 4 console is pretty stunning. That red and gold and black is a nice combo. I wouldn't mind getting my hands on one of those. Now, strangely enough, I'm not really a huge Uncharted fan. I know that might be blasphemy to some of you, but it's just a game that doesn't really resonate with me that much, although I can appreciate that it's a very well done series. Now, if you're on PlayStation Network, be sure to friend me over there. I'll definitely accept all friend requests that I get. And of course, as you can imagine, my name on the PlayStation Network is TechHarvest. But that's just a quick little video on the first Uncharted 4 thing that I've seen in stores so far. Of course, it's April at the time of filming this video. And we've got about a month, a little over a month away before Uncharted 4 actually launches. But that is the DualShock 4, and that's going to do it for this quick little video. So if you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. If you like what you see, please subscribe. And as always, if you want to help out this channel, you can give me a thumbs up. You can share this video on your favorite social media. You can leave me a tip on my YouTube page, or you can actually join my Patreon, all of which is greatly appreciated. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.